dead, homies got me pouring this. We get awards, but we give God the glory. I'm shooting my shot, and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury, we the champions here in Los Angeles.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone.
The Vikings take over first down 10 at their own 19-yard line.
First play, here's Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Vikings at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They thought they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room. But they do have to start winning some games.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Play action now. Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Well, Brand, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
Value free, value free.
After the interception, here's Goff. They try to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Andrew Booth puts it off, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. Touchdown, Vikings! Irv Smith Jr., his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's gone. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's a toss play right to Swift. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Back to throw. Goff. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 7. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken at the 37. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Lions will take over. Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy, either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows to get the ball to him right away.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
Throwing on third, Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. And this will be taken at the 13. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
On first down, Goff. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Nuwanger now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
We're going. Let's go.
Here's Cook again. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him 2 on the play there, and it'll be a Minnesota first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Back to the ground, Cook. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Cousins throw complete to Rager.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 14. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Cousins gives way to Cook. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Cousins. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes.
And the Lions are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang at Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On second and very short, Goff.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Throwing again on second and 10. Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And that would be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll go as a 42-yard punt. They'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Third and short yardage. Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Goff on first down.
They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Harrison Smith.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just want to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to you second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Following the interception, Cousins. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Cousins now. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. Goff now looks to throw.
That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Second and 4.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
All right, now here we go. Cousins on 3rd and 2. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he will have a Vikings first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And some room to maneuver. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
Levi Onwuzurike charging in and finishing off the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins, and he is going to lose yardage here. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's the defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Goff. Looking for Hawkinson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. Seibert on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Lions 14, Vikings 7. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On second down, it's Cook again.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Here we go.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 98 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Go off a handoff here to Swift.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Run blitz there defensively. defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
From the gun on third down, Goff. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, but he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I don't have a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it, and the Vikings are right back in this football game. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
He's so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
There's Charles Harris getting home for the sack.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You'd think they'd make an adjustment and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Throwing, Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the 1st down. To throw is Cousins.
This is Rager with it on the crossing pattern. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Cousins on 1st down.
Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Here we go. Cook up the gut. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They run the counter with Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Pardon partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Here's Cousins. And it's caught. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, partner, here it is. They got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? What does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Escaping, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I have a few questions about that throw because to me there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker being all over that one and knocking it away.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards.
And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They can still get into field goal range, partner. They got to work quickly, though.
I agree with you totally. Find a way to get the ball downfield and out of bounds. In a perfect world, they know what hash they want to get to for their kicker,
and this is going to be intercepted.
And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. Gone. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So the Vikings going to get the first chance to possess the football as we are back underway here in overtime. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
48 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Swift split carries down the middle with Jamal Williams in 2021, but he's one of Detroit's busiest players in the passing game. He caught 62 passes, second on the team, and 4th among NFL running backs. His showing could convince the Lions to make him their RB1.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On second down, Swift.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. His throw caught at about the 5. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
So it's a win here for the Lions. And the guy who spearheaded things was their quarterback, and that's Jared Goff.
Yeah, he was